got to position yourself and stop pouting, stop crying, stop looking at what other people are getting and look at what they're doing. And if you start doing it, you'll start getting it. You don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life what you earn.
If it's not working, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All it means is that your approach isn't working. And so now you've got to become more creative. Now you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now you need some more coaching. Now you need some more direction of what you need to do to take some corrective action to get you on the path. How do you know it can happen? You know because others have done it, so it's possible that you can do it. And what is necessary is that you work the system, that you take the coaching, take the directions, look at the people that are doing it, that are successful, and emulate them, and it'll work.
You've got to build a bulletproof level of self-confidence that will never hold you back from reaching your full potential ever again. And of course, you'll have haters. People will try to kill your dreams. Anyone building something always does. But it's your job to shut them all up with your results. The best revenge in life is massive success.
People that win in life, all they do is do the stuff that no one else wants to do. That's how they win. Losers do what they want to do. Winners do what they don't want to do. I don't want to be out here in the heat, but I know this. If I'm on my couch, I don't push myself on my couch. I don't learn how great I am on my couch.
You got to get it in your brain that where you are right now is not the end. It's just a transition.
Maybe you've been knocked down in your life and it seems like, hey, the fight is over. It is not over if you've been knocked down. It's only over if you quit. If you make the decision to get up one more time, I'm telling you, you will win the fight.
You cannot let your fear hold you back from your destiny. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Do it broke, do it scared, do it nervous, do it trembling, do it on your knees, do it with help, do it on crutches, do it in a wheelchair, because you don't want to end up in a nursing home sitting on a bedpan wondering what would have happened if you'd only had more courage. You don't want to end up in an old folks home and your dying thought is, I wish I had a. Because the one thing that you will never get is more time. So you don't have time to allow your fear to incarcerate you when you have the key. Reach around there, unlock the door, and step into your destiny.
Sometimes not getting what you want is the most valuable experience of your entire life. Sometimes utter pain. Pain is the greatest asset in the world because when people succeed, they party, and when they fail, they ponder. That's where the change comes from.
When life knocks you down, sometimes you have to take 2 steps backwards to go forward. When life staggers you, the thing that'll get you up on your knees and get you standing in the center of the ring and find something from somewhere deep down in to keep on slugging and keep on fighting is, it's possible. And maybe, just maybe, I can pull this out. It's possible if I just stand long enough, I can pull this off.
Life is one big tug of war, and you don't win that tug of war by pushing the fucking rope. You have to pull that motherfucker. And a lot of times you have to pull yourself through life, pull yourself out of bed, pull yourself out of a funk, pull yourself out of whatever the life is throwing at you to gain that confidence. Stay in the fight, stay in the war, stay in the battle, armor your mind.
I don't care what difficulties you're dealing with. I don't care how many times you failed. Just keep fucking working. Keep fucking working. If you do not stop, if you do not surrender, if you do not quit, you will break through whatever the fuck is in front of you. You have to do it so long and so hard with so much effort that whatever that thing is you're up against will know you will not be stopped. You will not be contained.
You can't stay in the same spot and do the same things that you've always done and expect to get a different result. We have a responsibility to take action and to be aggressive about resolving issues. Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean you get to pray for a job and stay at home. I'm just gonna pray if the Lord wants me to have the job, He'll give me a job. I'm just gonna watch TV and hit the remote control and believe God for better. You'll never get to better if you don't get on the road. You gotta get on the road. And when God tells you to move, you gotta move. And don't act like God has failed you when you have failed to move. When God says move, you have to take action. Whether you're the prodigal son who came to himself, but he still had to go home. There is a human responsibility. So you got to move in the middle of a famine, in the middle of a need, in the middle of a storm, in the middle of a crisis.
The way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running. Even when you don't even know, even when it turns into chaos. You cannot be great if you cannot operate in chaos. That's my life. Because if you can operate in chaos, the world becomes Disneyland. Problems become scratches. I can lose my car. Somebody can blow it up. I'm gonna go have some sushi with my wife and think about the solution, not the problem.
Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? Do you have the courage? It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, talk to me. It takes courage.
You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably, you've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away.
The more people believe in you or like you or help you or support you, the more people hate you because it creates an opportunity for envy. Your success in any level creates an opportunity for envy. The only way to avoid it is to stay down. If you lay dead, even the animals won't bite you. The risk of being bitten is the cost of getting up. And you have to decide, are you so concerned about being bitten that you're willing to spend the rest of your life laying dead? Or is there something pumping down inside of you that's here, bite me or not, I'm getting up. I'm gonna be the best me. I'm gonna do all I can do, even if it risks you hating me. I'm going for it.
Every single day when I wake up, every minute of the day, every hour of the day, I have an opportunity to give 120%, to give blood, sweat, and tears. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity, I have to reprove myself again. Because the day you become content is the day you die. It's all or nothing. It's all day, every day. What you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. You got 86,400 seconds in a day. And what you do today is going to determine how far you go.
It's not your situation or circumstances that determine where you end up. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. As you think, so shall you be.
You cannot let your fear hold you back from your destiny. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Do it broke, do it scared, do it nervous, do it trembling, do it on your knees, do it with help, do it on crutches, do it in a wheelchair, because you don't want to end up in a nursing home sitting on a bedpan wondering what would have happened if you'd only had more courage. You don't want to end up in an old folks home and your dying thought is, I wish I had a. Because the one thing that you will never get is more time. So you don't have time to allow your fear to incarcerate you when you have the key. Reach around there, unlock the door, and step into your destiny.
Nobody who ever ran the Olympics and trained and worked out and crossed the finish line effectively got there because they felt like working out. Your feelings will never cooperate with your dreams. Beat your feelings into captivity, because when you beat your feelings into captivity, that is what discipline is.
There's times where you're gonna have to do it alone. There's not gonna be any team support. There's not gonna be any family support. There's not gonna be any friend support. There's gonna be times where you've got to go and do it yourself, and you gotta do it alone. And those are the times that make a difference. Those are the times that count. Those are the times where you have to dig deep yourself to get the job done. And if you can make that happen, you will win.
Write down all your fears, your flaws, your insecurities, the guilt, the pressures. Look at them on a list. Know they're all distractions. Eliminate all of them. Once you do that, you will experience your life uninterrupted.
When you work your butt off, when you work on your dreams every single day, and you make them a reality, people will say you're just lucky. The odds were in your favor. But the truth is, that luck you got is created in all the early mornings, late nights, working overtime, skipping parties, planning every day, focusing non-stop, putting in more effort than others are willing to, going the extra mile, doing more than anyone expects you to, giving it everything you have. The harder you work, the luckier you get.